Hello and welcome to my channel. As many of you will be aware, I'm an osteopath treating both people and animals, and over the last few years, along with some other colleagues, we produced a very comprehensive textbook on the treatment of animals using osteopathy. And the eagle-eyed members of you will notice that it generally sits there when I'm doing these introductions, and I thought today was a good time to have a look at it. So that's the book itself. You can see what we've done is we've put together a book with 10 chapters. If you look at the spine, you can see they're colour coordinated, and each chapter takes you through an aspect of animal osteopathy. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the contents. And the idea is to take the student of osteopathy, or in fact any of the other manual therapies, through coherently some of the main types of animals you're likely to encounter in your career, and some of the ones that you might not, but it will at least get you thinking outside of the box. So we've got the introductory chapter, which really looks at comparative anatomy, so comparing different species and also using us, the human model, to compare with some of our animal patients, because it can often, for the student, be a lot easier if they can think about a problem on themselves, and then they get a much better empathy and sort of cognitive way of approaching similar problems if it's in an animal. And then we get into the more specifics, and the second chapter, if I can get to the right page in time, the first chapter goes through all sorts of things. It also has a massive section on zoonotic diseases, and these are diseases that can be passed from animals to humans, and again, it's something we don't usually have to think about when we're only treating human patients, but it is massively important when we're considering our work with animals. The second chapter is on the dog, and this is a massive section. And each chapter, what we did was we created a framework. I say we, it was I had to do this. I created a framework so that if you wanted to look at orthopaedic problems in the dog and compare them with orthopaedic problems in reptiles, you'll know exactly which bit of each chapter to go to. So the chapters have been laid out very methodically to make it much easier to use as a teaching tool, but also just as valuable as a reference when you're in practice. And it's one of these things, people sort of expect us to retain all the knowledge we've learned whilst at college, and you can't. It's as simple as that. You can't. You retain the things you see most commonly, and you'll have little snippets that will come to you when you see something more unusual, but you will never ever retain all of the knowledge. And that's where reference books like this come into their own, because as you can see, it's not massive. You can carry it around with you, you can have it in your bag, you can have it in your car, you can travel with it, and so we've got the dog. The next chapter is all about the cat, and all the way through we've got fantastic illustrations to help you really visualize and bring the patient's anatomy, physiology, neurology, all of that, bring it to life, which is again so important when we're trying to visualize a problem that we're dealing with from a musculoskeletal approach. Chapter 3 was the cat. Chapter 4 is small furries, so all the smaller things like guinea pigs, hamsters, rats, rabbits, etc. Chapter 5 is a massive section on the horse, and most of you buy the book are probably going to be looking at dogs and horses, and you might see the occasional cat, but we've included all these other aspects and subjects in, including livestock, because in certain parts of the world osteopathy is used much more with livestock than it is, say, with horses. So it just really depends globally where you are with this. We've got some all the way through. We've got lots and lots of photographs. We've got lots and lots of text. There is also at the end of every single chapter, we've got summaries and references. So it helps you to sort of compile, right, yeah, if I want further information, I know where to go to. Chapter 7 is all on reptiles, and chapter 8 is all about birds. Chapter 9 is about small wildlife, and then chapter 10 is on megafauna. And on the birds, there's a fantastic, I love this illustration here, trying to get the light so it doesn't reflect, on all the air sacs and the lungs of the bird, because birds have an amazing respiratory system, and it's very, very important to understand, because when you are using manipulation, you want to make absolutely sure you're not causing issues with a bird that's got a fracture that could also then have air sacs that are leaking air. We've got, as I say, there's a section here on small wildlife, and then we get on to the megafauna. Anyone who knows me knows I do a lot with elephants, so there's some of the elephant stuff. But we've also got great apes, big cats, and let's find something else. There's some of the rhinoceros work we've done. So we've got all of this, all of it is referenced, and within each chapter we've got case studies, so genuine case studies that the authors have treated. And I say authors because there were 16 of us involved with this book, 17 if we include Josh Plotnick, who gave us the foreword. And Josh is a phenomenal elephant researcher, based in the States, but does a lot of work in Southeast Asia as well. So this is it. If you wonder what is sat over here when I'm chatting away, it is a book that we compiled, and it's been on sale for just over a year now, and is available through all good online places. It was published by Handspring Publishing, and yeah, that is my little baby there. So if you're an animal manipulator, if you're an osteopath, chiropractor, physiotherapist, massage therapist, vet nurse, vet, animal trainer, that is a book that should be on your bookshelf. So yeah, please do check it out. Please do buy it, and yes, contact me if there are any aspects of the book you're interested in, or you want to know more about, or you would like to see in further texts that we produce. Thanks for watching. This has been an unusual little snippet, but one I just wanted to put in to explain some of the stuff that you see behind me. Until I see you again, please stay safe and please stay healthy. Take care.